right here on the Muskegon Channel. I am Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley swinging the bat. It is time for some Tuesday news on the 24th of April.
That's
it
right.
is it's looking like it might rain out there today.
It is a little misty. It did rain a little bit earlier.
Did it?
I think it's going to be kind of like this most of the day. In the afternoon, it's going to taper off. So,
okay.
Looking at 60.
Yeah.
Maybe 62 for a high.
Yeah. Want to see something?
Yeah. Okay, you got semi-hairy knuckles. What?
No. There's a wart on my pinky.
Oh, gross.
I know, right? I gotta get that thing zapped. Ugh.
Why don't you just poke it with a pin?
Doesn't work that way.
Does it?
No, it's not
It's
not like a zit. It's like a wart.
See, I don't get knuckle warts.
They get the liquid nitrogen and they go psss, like that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's. I've never had a wart issue.
I'm driving around last week and I noticed this thing and it's like, oh, that doesn't look right. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna go get this taken care of. I call the Med Express place, like the Ready Med or whatever.
Okay.
I said, hey, do I really need to book a dermatologist appointment for this thing? Do I got to go through that whole thing? Can I just go into a Ready Med and get this taken care of? I don't know. So I call him up and I said, hey, I think I got a wart here on my pinky. I want to get it looked at. Do you guys offer that? Let me check. So the gal comes back to the phone. She says, you should come in and get registered and we'll see. And I said, well, do you have the free stuff there? Oh, just come on in. We'll take a look. It's like, you think I'm going to come in and pay for an office visit? You can't even tell me if you've got the free stuff there?
Wait a second. Isn't there something like you can get in the drugstore that
like Compound W and all that stuff?
Yeah, why don't you just try that?
No, it doesn't work that good. You go into the dermatologist, they take the liquid nitrogen or whatever it is, and they dip a Q-tip in it, they put it on your finger for a second, and then it's gone.
And it's completely gone.
Yep. Burns it
Takes
off.
care of it that day.
Yep.
Or you could just put a Band-Aid around it or something.
No, got to get it taken care of.
All right.
And keep in mind, my mom worked for dermatologists for years. In fact, in the 7th grade, I did my science fair on skin cancer.
Oh, okay.
I got an honorable mention.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, I know, right?
Didn't make the top 5, top 3. Honorable mention. What are we going to do? Andy says, let's give him honorable mention.
I wonder if it had something to do with the fact it was my second time around in 7th grade.
It could be. But we got
Let's make Andy feel good about that.
Here's your honorable mention / participation trophy for your science project. It was a good try.
I know.
Good for you. You've done well for a man who did the 7th grade twice, so I got to tell you.
And I got to tell you, the experience was really delightful. I walked back in.
I would think it would be.
They're like, Andy, you're in the wrong room. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm a 7th grade fat kid, and I'm doing it twice.
Oh, God.
What do we got? Some news?
Yeah, let's do it. 10 people are dead and more than a dozen injured after a van plowed into pedestrians in Toronto on Monday. Vehicle was traveling up to 45 miles per hour when it hit the crowd. One suspect, Alec Minassian, is in custody. Terrorism is being considered as a possible motive. So, these van attacks.
Scary stuff,
man. It seems like when they do this, at least 10 people die every single time.
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm sure there are some that had single-digit casualties, but, it just seems you get a crowded area, nowhere to go, and you want to cause some carnage.
It's scary.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. And don't drop the hint.
What? Like people don't know that you can just crash your vehicle into people? Yeah. And I didn't know that until Dave said.
I know.
I guess New York is going to be on high alert now.
You think?
No, that's what reports are saying. I don't know.
That's cool.
We shall see. What else is happening? A self-described real Indian who is running against Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is suing the city of Cambridge after officials demanded that he take down his signs calling her a fake Indian. Independent challenger Shiva Ayandure claims his free speech rights are being violated. His sign reads, "Only a real Indian can defeat a fake Indian." Of course, Warren is claimed to be part Cherokee. He's going to lose anyway. It's I don't know. This goes back to Trump calling her Pocahontas way back when, because she used her alleged Indian heritage to get into Harvard or to get a job, and she doesn't want. I mean, it's smart of her to not take the test, because this is one of those things you're told by your grandparents that you're Indian, and she's probably not. But don't take the test to prove it. That would be dumb. But yeah, she's got to deal with that. It's not. I mean, it's Massachusetts. You don't get any liberal in the country than the state of Massachusetts. So, I mean, she's gonna have that Senate seat until she decides not to run anymore, probably. But she's already said she's not running for president in 2020. So.
Really?
Yeah, I think she already made that announcement. Not that you can't change your mind, but I mean, it would be. I don't know. The reports I'm hearing is that Trump probably isn't going to try and run for re-election. So that probably puts Mike Pence. What?
You say he's not going to try?
He might not try to run for re-election in 2020. I mean, he'll be 74.
Yeah.
I mean, his ex-wife has said he probably shouldn't, and I don't know. I mean, 74 years old. It was. I mean, he got lucky to go against Hillary the first time around. I don't think Republicans necessarily want him to run, and it doesn't even matter what state the country's in. I think it's just so polar. We're so polarized now that you're going to have it's going to be a toss-up. But it'll be interesting to see who it ends up being. If it's Mike Pence against Bernie Sanders. And do you want to run like 80-year-old Bernie Sanders if you're the Democrats, or do you want to try and curtail whatever momentum he ends up having? And keep in mind, this is still 2 years down the road, but people are already
let's get that
already
in the mix
thinking
too,
about that.
We need more election hype.
We need because everybody's running all the time.
I know,
constantly. All right. Finally, the Muskegon Lumberjacks have announced they will not renew the contract of head coach John LaFontaine. The Pontiac native was hired in 2016. He led the Jacks to the playoffs for the second straight year. They were ousted, of course, in the first round by Chicago. It seemed like he had a pretty successful 2 years. I mean, you're close to the franchise. What do you think about this? What was the reason?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you exactly what I think. I think John LaFontaine is a great guy. I am going to miss him a lot. He, awesome guy, great talent developer. I purposely stay out of that end of that business.
Okay.
Because of things like this. I just don't know. When I see a player get traded that I like, it sucks. It hurts. But I don't know anything about that end of the racket.
Right.
You know what I mean? I You want the honest to God true confession of me on hockey?
Go ahead.
I've been there 17 years. I don't know the rules of the sport. You laugh, but the reality of it is this. It's a fun game to watch.
Right.
I love being there. I love the game. I'll watch it on TV. I enjoy that, which I can't say for many other sports. But when I'm there working, what's going on the ice is the last thing I'm worried about.
I'll
look up at the scoreboard from time to time, but I'm worried about fan interaction. I'm worried about making sure that the people in the stands are having a good time. I'm worried about making sure the other employees are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm worried about what's next for me.
And that's a good attitude.
I literally could not tell you what caused an offsides offense. I could not tell you what
most
I just
icing
don't know
is
because that's not my role there. You know what I mean? So,
understood.
Yeah. So
I think that's good. I mean,
I'm going to miss John a lot, and I think it kind of sucks, but that's the nature of this business, man.
Right.
And
you make a good point, though, with you say, it's more about the fan interaction.
Yeah.
And that's what's smart. And I think Muskegon is smart with this. I think Grand Rapids with both the Griffins and the Whitecaps is smart with this. It's really about in both. And here's the interesting thing is all three have had successful minor league sports franchises from a win-loss perspective. But really, it's not about the game. It's everything going on at the site, like at Fifth Third Ballpark or at Van Andel Arena or at LC Walker Arena. It's everything that's going on outside the game that really makes it a draw. And that's what smart minor league franchises do and promotions people do, because
Yeah.
they know, I mean, you want your team to win, but it's not like if you're a Lions fan or you're a Tigers fan, a Red Wings fan, Pistons fan, where you kind of live and die with the success of your team. It's where you can actually just go out and really enjoy the games regardless of what the outcome is.
Right. It's an entertainment experience that we're trying to put on. And
absolutely.
This year was a great year for that.
Yeah.
I know we added the big jumbotron at the one end of the arena, a lot more fan interaction, a lot more, a lot elevated video elements to show on that screen, and it was a step in the right direction again. We've been making some great improvements over the last few years. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of dedication. It's been a lot of digging. But at the end of the day, me knowing the hockey rules is the last thing I need to worry about there, because I really need to know what the fans are up to and what, take their pulse when I'm there. So
I understand.
That's why I don't know the rules.
One story I want to get to it. I didn't write up anything about it, but former President George H.W. Bush is hospitalized.
Yeah.
You're married to somebody for over 70 years and they die and you're not in great health yourself.
Nope.
It's one of those things that just be ready for that by the end of the week. Anyway,
keep your fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Tigers, Pirates, they take the field tonight in Pittsburgh, 6:05. Cubs will be, I believe, playing host to the Cleveland Indians. That's a 5:10 start. Actually, they're at Cleveland. I'm sorry. That's a 5:10 first pitch. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See ya.